Officials say Grand Bahama is ready for the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season. Prime Minister Philip Davis reaffirms commitment to the Afro-Caribbean marketplace. And the Bahamas Educators, Counselors, and Allied Workers Union weighs in on government plans to construct a new high school in Grand Bahama.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Shalia Roll. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today marks the start of the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season, and officials say Grand Bahama is ready. The Grand Bahama Disaster Risk Consultative Committee, operating under the Disaster Risk Management Authority, says emergency agencies have been preparing year-round for any potential threat. But while agencies stand ready, officials stress that residents must also do their part by having a plan, securing supplies, and staying informed. Our Sherelle Dames is live in studio with the details from a press conference held earlier today.
Well, Shalia, members of the Disaster Risk Consultative Committee gathered on the first day of the Atlantic hurricane season to outline their preparedness efforts and reassure residents that emergency plans are in place. Grand Bahama Island Administrator Preston Cooper says coordination among government agencies and response partners has been ongoing for months, with a focus on readiness and rapid response. However, he emphasized that storm preparedness is a shared responsibility. He urges residents to review their emergency plans, secure essential supplies, and remain vigilant throughout the season.
We are in the state of readiness and to encourage the general population to join us, to partner with us in getting themselves ready.
Committee members also encouraging the public to rely on verified information throughout the season, particularly as weather conditions evolve and forecasts change in the event of a storm.
Pay close attention to the reports coming out, and please do not listen to the words on the street.
A lot of times persons believe that we get our information from the States, but it's totally different than that what you think. They actually get their information from us as well, because we collaborate with the United States, also our neighbors in the Caribbean.
Officials from the Public Hospitals Authority, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, and the Royal Bahamas Police Force also say they stand ready to move forward in the event of a disaster.
Our healthcare team has reviewed emergency preparedness plan, secured essential medical supplies, and are ready to respond should a storm impact our community.
Here at Northern Command, we have already issued instructions as it relates to all of our assets and our manpower to stand up in a state of readiness.
At that point, we also like to urge citizens to prepare themselves and take all the necessary precaution.
Now, officials say the committee will continue its public awareness efforts throughout the week, including a hurricane season church service scheduled for June 7th at Christ the King Anglican Church. They are encouraging residents to take advantage of preparedness information being shared and to ensure their families are ready for any potential storm threat. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Sherelle Dames. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Sherelle. In other news, Prime Minister Philip Davis reaffirmed his government's commitment to the planned Afro-Caribbean Marketplace and Logistics Center in Grand Bahama during the Afro-Mexican Bank Roadshow 2026, describing the project as a key link in efforts to strengthen trade and investment ties between the Bahamas and Africa. He also underscored the importance of international partnerships in creating economic opportunities and supporting long-term development. Raven Davis has more.
During the AfriExim Roadshow 2026 in Nassau, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis outlined his government's vision for deepening economic ties between the Bahamas and Africa. Of particular interest to Grand Bahama, the Prime Minister highlighted plans for the proposed Afro-Caribbean Marketplace and Logistics Center, describing the project as a major step toward positioning the island as a gateway for trade, investment, and commercial exchange between Africa, the Caribbean, and the wider region. The Prime Minister told told delegates that the relationship between the Bahamas and Africa is rooted in mutual respect and a shared commitment to long-term development, adding that no country can thrive in isolation. He pointed to the 2023 Memorandum of Understanding between the Bahamas and Afreximbank, which has already supported national development initiatives, including infrastructure funding and a $30 million facility through the Bahamas Development Bank to help small businesses access financing. The nation's leader said his administration remains committed to expanding opportunities for entrepreneurs and small business owners, ensuring more Bahamians have access to the resources needed to grow their businesses and create jobs. The Prime Minister also stressed the importance of international cooperation amid global economic uncertainty, saying strong partnerships are essential to creating shared prosperity and unlocking new opportunities. The Prime Minister thanked Afreximbank for its continued support of the Bahamas and said he looks forward to further expanding the partnership in the years ahead. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has confirmed that Bahamian consular officials met with the Bahamian national detained following the May 12 plane crash in waters off Florida. In a brief statement issued today, the ministry said the individual was seen on May 26, but noted that due to privacy concerns, no further details can be released at this time. Jonathan Gardner was taken into custody following the plane crash involving an aircraft that departed from Marsh Harbor, Abaco, and was bound for Grand Bahama on May 12. The incident has attracted significant public attention, with investigations continuing in the United States. Outgoing president of the Bahamas Educators and Allied Workers Union, Sandra Major, is applauding the government's decision to include Grand Bahama in the 2026-2027 national budget, particularly plans for the construction of a new high school on the island. Minister of Foreign Affairs Michael Halkides making the announcement during the budget presentation. Jolanda Thompson-Everest has the details in this report.
Through the Caribbean Development Bank, there will be the construction of a new high school in Grand Bahama.
While welcoming the government's proposed investment in education, Bacaboo President Sandra Major says accountability must remain a priority. Major says it is positive to see education reflected in the national budget, particularly plans for a new school in Grand Bahama, and notes that educators will be looking forward to seeing those initiatives brought to fruition.
Nothing works in society without education. No matter who you are, you had a teacher. So it's important to recognize in everything that you do, you must first of all consider your teachers. How else would we make it? And it's really good that we are talked about in the budget, but our thing is, after talking about us, make sure the work is done.
And while a new school will be beneficial, the outgoing union president stresses that government must also ensure existing schools on the island are properly maintained and brought up to standard.
Is it that it's coming to replace another school? If it's going to improve the quality of life for teachers and students on the island, we welcome it.
And as for a technical school, she says the educators more than welcome it.
Arts and the music and the hotel and catering and the hairdressing and all of that stuff, the technical stuff, yes. It'll be a really, really good thing.
The teachers union head believes that education must be diversified to better support all students. She notes that the Beacon School is already at full capacity and hopes a new school will include provisions for students with disabilities so they too can be prepared for the real world.
We need ramps in school for children who may be in wheelchair. Yes, we need a better facility for the children who are deaf. And yes, we need better facility for those children who have special needs, whose learning ability is not where it should be.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
The Davis administration's latest budget communication is introducing new housing incentives aimed at making home ownership more affordable for Bahamians. From VAT-free home purchases for first-time homeowners to tax relief measures for certain multifamily property owners, the government says the changes are designed to ease the cost of owning property. A local financial expert is now weighing in on what these measures could mean for aspiring homeowners. Here's that report.
Ownership from an asset point of view that generates generates revenue than just ownership with a house.
A local financial expert is welcoming several measures announced in the government's budget communication. The government revealed that first-time homeowners will no longer have to pay value-added tax on the purchase of their multi-family property. Kaylee Newton, a local financial expert, says these initiatives could provide significant savings for Bahamian families while removing some of the financial barriers that often prevent individuals from purchasing a home.
You could qualify for a multi-family or multiplex, anything more than one unit, duplex and higher. And once you occupy one of those units, you can get the entire project or the entire place VAT-free or VAT exempt. So that's something that...
She notes that eliminating VAT for first-time homeowners could make the dream of home ownership more attainable, particularly for young professionals and working families seeking to enter the housing market. Newton also pointing to the multi-family property incentive as a measure that could encourage more housing development while helping property owners generate additional income through rental units.
Definitely beneficial, and you know, we are always taught to get the house first, right? That's a level of success or a badge of honor. But before doing that, look for something that can pay you, you know, and that can actually cover the mortgage while you're still, you know, growing and moving through your life. So definitely look at.
Election season has long been known for heated political exchanges, with supporters and candidates often trading sharp criticism on the campaign trail and beyond. While spirited debate remains a hallmark of democracy, questions are often raised about the tone and conduct of political discourse. Our Matthew Martin-Burrows sat down with Progressive Liberal Party Chairman Fred Mitchell to discuss the atmosphere surrounding the recent election season.
The 2026 general election may be over, but the political debate continues as supporters from across the political spectrum discuss the election results and the country's future. Some of those exchanges have grown increasingly personal, extending beyond policy differences and into direct attacks. However, Progressive Liberal Party Chairman, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, says he is unbothered by the criticism, maintaining that political discourse comes with the territory.
Words, I wouldn't get too concerned about that. You know, all sorts of things are said back and forth. You try and keep it as respectful as possible, but, you know, you also inject some humor into this. I found the FNM just be totally humorless themselves through this whole campaign.
During the campaign, the PLP chairman says the focus was never on personal attacks, but rather on enjoying the democratic process, respecting opposing candidates, and witnessing Bahamians exercise their right to vote. Mitchell says elections come and go, but the ability of the Bahamian people to freely participate in the democratic process is what matters most.
I was going to have fun during the campaign, that we were going to party ourselves through the whole campaign, and, you know, at the end of the day, there can be no hard feelings from me on any side. That we had a great time, we enjoyed it, our democracy was exercised, people went to the polls, the will of the people was expressed, and I'm deeply grateful.
The PLP chairman doubling down that political back and forth is nothing new, particularly during and in the aftermath of an election. However, Mitchell says the governing party is not focused on the war of words, but rather on the work ahead, insisting that its attention remains on delivering for the Bahamian people and advancing its agenda for the country.
Yes, we must be respectful, but it's a campaign, and words get exchanged. But that's the past, and, you know, they say, St. Paul said to the Philippians, reaching forward to the mark. That's where we are.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martin-Burrows.
And still to come.
ZNS Northern Service bids farewell to a former general manager and welcomes a new acting general manager. That story, sports, and more when the Northern Edition continues.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this month, sis.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. renovate, and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Don't miss the 25% off Labor Day sale at Park & Shop this June 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 6th, excluding red tag items and underwear. Park & Shop, downtown. KMW Battery and Tires has great deals on quality motor oils, starting as low as $5.50. Keep your engine running right for less. Call 351-2595 or visit today for service you can trust.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. After more than 2 years at the helm of ZNS Parliamentary Secretary in the office of the Prime Minister and Senator the Honorable Clint Watson sharing an emotional farewell with staff at ZNS Northern Service during a meeting on Monday afternoon. The office was adorned for the occasion as staff gathered to mark the leadership transition. During the meeting, Watson expressed gratitude for the staff's unwavering support, dedication, and encouragement throughout his tenure, and says he looks forward to the next chapter as he prepares to officially assume his new role on Tuesday.
I was not going to take my role in the office of the Prime Minister tomorrow, but I'll come in here and seeing my people and just saying thank you for the support that you have placed in me over the past 2.5 years. I know that you will continue to go to new heights, that you will continue to get better, stronger, and that ZNS will really be seen for what it is in the days and future to come. I'm excited about the transformation that will continue. I'm excited about the leadership whose hands you'll be placed in.
The new acting general manager, Opal Roach, is no stranger to the corporation with a career that spans some 30 years. Reflecting on her journey from a cub reporter to executive management, she pledged to lead with a people-first approach while continuing the vision, mandate, and initiatives established by outgoing GM Watson.
The staff conclaves, they will definitely continue. The social initiatives will continue, and training seminars will continue. We have partnerships with UE and a number of international partners that will afford staff opportunities to cross-train. You are an exceptional team, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you. I do not know every one of you, but I will get to know each and every one of you.
Coastal Awareness Month is introduced in schools through art as an initiative not only to spread coastal awareness, but also to promote creativity within the younger generation. Supported by the Ministry of Tourism, students are encouraged to use their talents to highlight the importance of protecting the country's coastline and marine environment.
Living on an island surrounded by water, coastal awareness affects all. With that in mind, students attending the Ministry of Tourism's second annual Coastal Awareness Month Poster Awards ceremony used their creativity and art to spread the message of environmental protection with hopes of inspiring others to help preserve the country's coastlines for future generations.
My favorite part is the no-sea pollution because, if we keep polluting the ocean, then there will be no more animals left, and we have to preserve it for the future generation. My favorite part about my poster was this side, and how we should keep our environment this way and not this way.
This presentation made it clear that one message was firmly instilled in the students' minds: protect the environment. The artwork will now be displayed in schools, the airport, the cruise port, and the C.A. Smith building. Dior Pinder captured first place, while Asada Kohli earned second, and Amari Rose secured third place in a competition that highlighted both creativity and environmental awareness.
Tourism is everyone's business, and we want our students to learn that from early. We want to teach them that tourism is our number one industry, so we should take care of this one beautiful Bahamas that God gave us.
For me, it's more not so much the kids that are participating, because the ones that are participating, what I found is that they the ones that get it. They understand. That's why they're participating. And so what I hope to get is that their artwork and that's being displayed, whether it's in a public setting like the C.A. Smith building or at our ports of entry or in their schools, will then send a message to their peers.
The ceremony showcased that raising environmental awareness has no age limit. In a country where the ocean plays a vital role in both tourism and daily life, competition like these are sparking a new passion among the younger generation. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm intern Aaron Burrows.
Thanks, Aaron. It's now time for your Health is Well Monday tip.
Here are some helpful tips on managing your diabetes. First, stay in control. If you're at a table or a buffet, have small plates of foods that you like best, then move away from the table. Start with vegetables. Take the edge off your appetite. Slow down and savor. Avoid or limit alcohol, which can lower your blood sugar and interact with diabetes medicines. So I recommend that you check your blood sugar more often and adjust your medications if needed. Secondly, fit in favorites. You can have some of your favorite foods as long as you limit the portion size and only have it in a blue moon. Thirdly, stay active. Get moving with friends and family, such as taking a walk after dinner. And lastly, get enough sleep, since sleep loss can affect your blood sugar. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and remember, your greatest wealth is your health.
We salute our Facebook friend of the day, John Cage. Thanks so much for tuning in. And that's a look at stories making news. Shane, what's happening in sports?
Well, actually, a few of our very own are on their way to the NCAA Nationals in Eugene, Oregon.
I am excited to see that.
I'm sure you are.
Sports coming your way next. Stay with us.
See news in the making? Call us at 352-9713 or 359-5167, or you can email us at zns3news@gmail.com.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Psst. Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Cobb the termites former Salmus, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry, Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper, so you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all
for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052. Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Welcome to the ZNS Total Sports Game, everyone. I'm Shane Stubbs. Basic Basketball will host its annual basketball tournament starting June 4th to the 7th down at the 8 Mile Rock Gymnasium. And Coach Gary McIntosh says you can expect a lot of fireworks.
It's an under-17 tournament, and we're going to have about 3 girls teams and about 4 boys teams under 17, and we're looking forward to that. And last year, the following with a team from the States, it was pretty large, about 100-something people. And also, it's good for the community of 8 Mile Rock. We're really trying to build up our community. And we'd like to see you guys come out and support the tournament so we can build it every year. And every year we hope that it get better.
Meanwhile, in track and field, a few Bahamians will be headed to Eugene, Oregon for the NCAA Outdoor Track and Field Nationals. One of the East Regionals at the University of Kentucky Outdoor Track and Field Complex. The University of Florida Gators and Abaco's own Quincy Penn was second in her 400-meter quarterfinal heat and 7th overall in a personal best time of 50.78 seconds. Meanwhile, at the West Regionals, LaCarthia Cooper clocked 51.53 seconds in the women's 400 meters for the Texas A&M Aggies. She also finished 7th overall for the competition. Grand Bahamian Colony Farrington, representing Texas Tech, will be headed to Eugene, Oregon for the Nationals after clocking 51.89 seconds. And Zion Campbell may not have qualified individually, but he and the Minnesota Golden Gophers will be in the running for the men's 4x100-meter national title after they finished 2nd overall with a time of 38.71 seconds. The NCAA Track and Field Nationals take place June 10th to the 13th. And we end sports on a somber note. The sporting community is mourning the loss of David Stretch Morley. The Bahamas Olympic Committee releasing a statement earlier today, which reads, "It is with profound sadness that the Bahamas Olympic Committee extends its sincere condolences to the family, friends, colleagues, and the basketball community on the passing of our former Vice President, David Stretch Morley. David brought tremendous enthusiasm, passion, and commitment to the Olympic movement in the Bahamas. As a representative of a team sport, he provided an invaluable perspective on the challenges and nuances of qualification systems for regional and international competitions. He was a strong advocate for reform, consistently championing opportunities that would provide small island developing states with a fairer pathway to qualification and participation on the world stage." It reads further, as president of the Bahamas Basketball Federation, David was unwavering in his determination to restore Bahamian basketball to its historic prominence. Through his leadership, dedication, and vision, he achieved significant success and helped strengthen the sport for future generations. It concludes, on behalf of the Bahamas Olympic Committee and the wider Olympic family, we bid a heartfelt farewell to David Stretch Morley. His contributions and legacy will endure for generations to come. May his soul rest in eternal peace.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Let's keep it clean. Put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. No, yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not on the streets. Just put it in the trash, my guy. bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye. Put it in the trash, put it in the trash. That's it, put it in the trash. Just put it in the trash. That's it. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah, just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah, we just gotta keep Grand Bahama clean.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
A very special happy birthday to our co-worker, Kendira Ramming, who celebrated her birthday on Sunday. We hope you enjoyed your day.
Big deer, not the little one.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Shalia Roll.
And I'm Shane Stubbs.
Here's a live look at the Bahamas Tonight, coming your way next.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, Mother Nature may be promising a below-average hurricane season, but disaster risk officials are still pushing preparedness. Plus, hear what the new chair of public parks and beaches is promising and how he proposes to achieve that to reach the end goal. And a gated community, the backdrop of a suspected suicide in Western New Providence. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Today marking the official start of the Atlantic hurricane season, with all signs pointing to only a 10% chance of above-average activity over the next couple of months. But though a bit quieter this time around, DRMA officials are nonetheless ensuring a comprehensive disaster readiness plan is in place to tackle whatever barrels through. LaDon Davis reports.
With 11 named storms, 1 to 3 possible hurricanes, Managing Director of the Disaster Risk Management Authority, Aaron Sargent, cautions Bahamians not to get too relaxed by the news that this year's hurricane season is below normal. While hoping for the best, he confirms 90 shelters with the capacity to accommodate some 14,000 people will be available whenever disaster strikes.
Most of the shelter inspections have taken place in the Family Islands, but I do know that at our briefing this morning, I was advised that there are only approximately 3 shelters that were not inspected as yet in New Providence. Once they go through the rigorous inspection process that we have revamped since the operationalization of the authority, we have seen a reduction in the number of shelters that we have to drop.
According to the Met Office, the Bahamas experienced a similar season in 1992, but was left dumbfounded when powerful Category 5 Hurricane Andrew devastated the Isle of Eleuthera on August 23rd. In light of this, the DRM authority leader verifies the Abaco Hurricane Shelter has been officially added to the shelter inventory.
All construction work is complete. As you know, during times of disaster, we distribute cots and sleeping supplies to the shelters during those times. So all work in the Abaco shelter. The shelter is ready for use.
Now, to get to this point, Sargent says the DRM authority conducted a regional readiness exercise across 8 Family Islands, empowering local key stakeholders as a way to strengthen their capacity to respond to disasters. The managing director affirms a full report of a national recovery framework is in the final stages and will be drafted before submission.
In the coming weeks, we will submit that framework, which we are nearing completion, to the Interministerial Committee on Disaster Risk Management for their review, approval, and enactment.
On this first day of the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season, the managing director once again sounded the alarm for all Bahamians to get prepared.
Officials from the DRM authority say they plan to host a national readiness exercise with all key stakeholders sometime in early July. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDon Davis.
Well, we can also tell you that now that the Atlantic hurricane season is here, contractors are urging homeowners to look beyond supplies and insurance. They say the structure, location, and condition of a home can make the difference between damage, danger, and survival. Here's Lyle Maycock.
As hurricane season begins, the question is not whether homes are insured, but whether they are built, retrofitted, and located to survive strong storms, flooding, and storm surges. Bahamas Contractors Association President Leonard Sands says many homes have improved through hurricane impact windows, but the most dangerous weak points are often not exposed until after a storm hits.
Firstly, the BCA would recommend that people do an assessment to ensure that the roof tie-down systems are installed correctly on your roof. And secondly, you check the wear and tear of your shingles. It may not cause interior damage to your homes. If you lose all the shingles, you have to spend the money to replace them.
But he says safety also starts before construction.
Everyone's talking about new home construction, where to build, where to find properties that you can afford. But it's also important to find out, is this area where I'm going to build in prone to flooding?
That warning carries extra weight after 2019's Hurricane Dorian, when hundreds of Abaco and Grand Bahama residents were forced to escape rising water through their roofs. Sands says if officials warn that floodwaters could rise above a single-story home, residents should not wait it out there.
If you have advance warning that you're going to have excessively high waters like a flood, I would encourage person to just try to go to an area where it's in higher ground.
For families who cannot afford every hurricane upgrade all at once, Sands suggests the first priority be securing the openings that can leave a home exposed.
Doors and windows. You could shelter in place inside a room that is very secure. What you can't shelter in place in is a place where you lost your window and door.
Contractors say hurricane preparedness starts long before a storm forms, with better hurricane impact windows, better doors, safer roofs, and drainage all playing a role in protecting homes and families. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lyle Maycock.
Well, in other news tonight, as scrutiny intensifies over how public funds are spent, the man now at the helm of the one government agency says financial accountability can no longer be overlooked. Amaya Moss is on the story.
Well, newly appointed executive chair of the Bahamas Public Parks and Public Beach Authority, Jamal Strawn, seems eager to get down to work. And on his priority list is a review of audits tied to growing expenditure during the leadership of his predecessor, Mikhail Barnaby. Speaking to reporters following a tour of his new Gladstone Road office on Monday, Strawn disclosed that officials will assess areas of overspending and determine what corrective measures may be necessary moving forward.
It's exactly what the former chairman stated. Most and a lot of the spending was rollover. Now, we wouldn't be able to definitively speak to what it will be until we all have sight of the audit itself. But what I can tell you is that the Parks and Beaches Authority going forward will ensure that Bahamians see a completely restored and transformed parks and beaches.
As cited in the Nassau Guardian weeks back, the authority recorded approximately $24.6 million in spending against its $15.2 million budget during the 2021-2022 fiscal year, and more than $33 million in 2023 and 2024. This despite a $24 million allocation during that period. Up to December 2025, total allocations reportedly exceeded some $141 million. Despite such concerns, Chairman Strawn assures that preserving and enhancing the country's parks and beaches and cultivating a greater sense of national pride must remain top priority.
Those dilapidated parks, those beaches that were unkept, all of those things, we will have milestone markers, what we will engage periodically, quarterly, to ensure that the Bahamian people can not only see the change, but also track the changes going forward year by year.
Executive Chairman Strawn added that the matter surrounding the authority's spending and financial adjustments will be addressed further during his upcoming budget communications contribution. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Amaya Moss.
Coming up, the circumstances behind another suspected suicide here in the capital under intense investigation. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this month.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Ladies and gentlemen,
distinguished guests, and everybody watching from Nassau. Tonight, we welcome a star. So please join me in welcoming the barbecue rap star, star of the show!
KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Tasha, what you saying? Girl, right here, rushing to cash, J.S. Johnson. I gotta renew my insurance. Oh, I with JSJ too, but I don't wait in line. I just pay online. Stop it. How you do that? Just email info@jsjohnson.com and say, sign me up for an online service center. They'll reach out and hook you up. You ain't never got to stand in line again. Amen to that. Save time. Pay online. Sign up for J.S. Johnson's online service center today.
Insurance, peace of mind. 5 cars, catch the keys, don't blink, take these.
Island Luck is giving away 5 brand new cars. Earn 10 reward points for a chance to enter and win. Enter weekly from Monday 12 a.m. to Sunday 2 p.m. Winners are announced Sundays at 3 p.m. on 103.5 The Beat and Island Luck Socials. 5 cars, 5 weeks. The more you play, the better your chances. Visit islandluck.com for more information. Catch the keys only at Island Luck. Must be 18 and over. Island Luck reminds you that it's only a game, so please game responsibly.
Hi. Hello? Hey, girl. I am Wendy's. I'm trying to go to Essence Fest. Wendy's and Coca-Cola want to take you and your bestie to New Orleans. July 3rd through 5th is Essence Fest, and you could be traveling VIP style. Roxy? Tenders? Tenders. All you gotta do is upgrade any premium lunch combo 1 through 12 or a salad to a large, like a spicy number 6, add cheese and bacon, or a Dave's Classic, or my personal favorite, Tendies. This will now serve as your final boarding call for Flight 735, service into Essence Fest. Boarding now. Nola! We coming back?
Looking at a shot there of Collins Avenue heading north from 9th Terrace. Once an exclusive neighborhood, it is now a prime commercial hub, complete with doctors' offices, other businesses, and churches. And that shot courtesy of our drone pilot, Shane Gibson. Welcome back. A family grieving tonight. A community stunned as a young man apparently takes his own life early this morning. The incident occurring behind the gates of the exclusive Indigo community just off West Bay Street. Corval Pyfrom is following this story for us and joins us with more on the investigation and the renewed appeal from law enforcement to the wider community.
And Makushla, this latest incident of yet another person dying by suicide is raising concern. It comes only days after a woman took her own life, as well as other recent incidents, which are prompting authorities again to appeal to members of the public that find themselves at a loss to seek help. Inspector Gerard Butler with the Royal Bahamas Police Force's Communication Division says police received information just before 8 Monday morning, leading them to this scene.
A female caller contacted Cable Beach Police Station, reported that a relative was found hanging from the external balcony of the property. This male was found in a gated community off West Bay Street. This male believes to be in his mid-20s. And appeared to be suffering from depression, but I cannot confirm this time.
And according to the latest police stats, persons dying by suicide now appears to be on the rise. Last Thursday, a woman took her life along West Bay Street, and just 3 weeks ago, another man was found dead along East Bay Street. His death also believed to be a suicide. There was at least one report of death by suicide here in New Providence in April and reports of attempted suicides in March. In 2025, the number of people who took their own life was 16 and 62 attempted suicides. Authorities again urging persons that may be feeling overwhelmed, in despair or depressed to get help. They also admonish loved ones to not ignore warning signs.
We also appeal to members of the public who think their family might be, as a result, feeling withdrawn past few weeks, selling their items, just being depressed, not really eating much, lose appetite. We want to ask that you just reach out to them.
Health officials now identify mental health as a growing national crisis. And again, help is out there. You can reach the national hotline for crisis prevention 24/7. That number, 322-2763. We'll repeat it once again, 322-2763. Reporting live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Piper.
Well, thanks, Corvell. Meantime, the PACE Foundation is highlighting why support systems matter even before a young person reaches a crisis point. PACE works with pregnant teens and young mothers, keeping them connected to education, counseling, childcare, and basic needs at a time when stigma can push them into isolation. Foundation President Claudette Rowles says the support can look very practical, especially for girls trying to return to mainstream school while raising a child.
We also support our girls, we call them our girls. We also support them with formula, with Pampers, with daycare, and those students who are supported with daycare, they are the babies of those mothers who return to mainstream school and they want to finish their education.
The foundation also provides psychosocial counseling, parenting support, and character-building programs with former students able to return for help. Teen mothers up to age 22. Rowles adds that while teen pregnancy numbers have declined over the years, the need for PACE has not disappeared. The deeper concern, she explains, is how quickly the public can judge girls who may already be dealing with trauma, pressure, and pain outside the classroom.
Society has this perception that these are promiscuous girls. That is not the case. That's a very small population. Most of these children are victims, and anytime you find vulnerability in a community, you have to support them.
Well, the start of a new month finds a young Defense Force officer in hospital, and according to police, here's why. The 26-year-old was reportedly at a business between Charlotte and Parliament Streets after 1 this morning when he got into an argument with a man he knew. One thing led to another, and the two started fighting, during which the suspect allegedly pulled out a sharp object and stabbed the Defense Force officer in the left shoulder. At last report, the officer was in stable condition in hospital up to airtime. Police were still on the hunt for the person responsible. Well, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirming in a statement today that suspected drug kingpin Jonathan Gardner was seen by Bahamian consular officials on Tuesday, May 26, but that due to privacy concerns, nothing further can be said at this time. As we've reported, Gardner was one of 11 people rescued hours after their plane crashed in waters off Florida on May 12. That rescue, however, quickly turned into an arrest after Gardner was found containing 3 phones, a small quantity of cash, and $30,000 tightly packed inside an envelope with the handwritten name of a prominent Bahamian politician whose name was redacted. No word on when Gardner will appear in court. Well, a big day, big week rather, for laborers.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
There's something extraordinary happening in the Bahamas right now. Young minds with bold ideas and the courage to build something that has never existed before. And it's all happening right here at the Student Innovation Pitch Competition.
The Student Innovation Pitch Competition is an opportunity unlike any other. It challenges students to take an idea or real problem facing our communities and to build a solution. Not someday, now.
Look around us. Industrial product design, biotechnology, agricultural innovation. These are not just subjects. They're solutions to real Bahamian challenges. Food insecurity, healthcare access, economic independence. This is the generation that changes that story.
For too long, we've relied on solutions built elsewhere for problems we understand better than anyone. When Bahamians develop for Bahamians, that's when real change happens. That's what this competition is about.
This competition is open to every student. Bimini, Nassau, Exuma, San Salvador, every corner of the archipelago. If you have a bright idea that can move the Bahamas forward, we want to hear it from you.
Imagine an ecosystem where our brightest young minds are not just studying innovation, they are living it together right now.
When I started this program, I didn't see myself as an innovator. I just had questions and problems that I wanted to fix. Learning industrial product design, learning how to take an idea from a sketch to a real prototype. That changed how I see everything. Competitions like this tell young people like me, your ideas matter. You matter.
So, what are you waiting for? Go to pdcbahamas.com. Apply. Show the Bahamas what you've got.
Nassau, get ready! This June 27th, YBE Promotion and Excalibur Entertainment presents The Season of Love, Part 2, R&B edition, on the lawn of the National Stadium ground, with performances by... Get ready for Joe. It's Joe performing live. Come and experience the undeniable voice of Kelly Price. Kelly Price comes to Nassau. Bahamas own Nashi LS, Van Shaw, is Jimmy Cossier. The legendary Brian McKnight. This will be an ultimate night of love. Saturday, June 27th, on the lawn of the National Stadium ground. Tickets on sale now at Classy Cuts Hair and Nail Beauty Supply or online at YBEpromotions.com. For info, Skybox and VIP packages, call 242-427-8111 or 242-357-0116. Prepare.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
For half a century, the Bahamas Cancer Society has been a symbol of hope, support, and compassion for thousands of Bahamians affected by cancer. Saturday night, that legacy was celebrated in grand style, from elegant gowns to sharp tuxedos. It was an evening filled with dining, dancing, and prizes. Our Desmond Saunders tells us more.
This year's theme, 50 Years of Hope, Egyptian Nights, transported guests to ancient times, with many embracing the occasion in colorful kaftans, pharaoh-inspired attire, and golden accessories. Justice Preacher Anna Adderley was one of them.
I went to Morocco about 2 years ago, and I bought this beautiful kaftan, and this is the first time I'm wearing it. This is such a wonderful occasion with a wonderful theme.
While the evening was filled with glamour, its purpose remained clear, raising funds to support critical work of the Cancer Society, programs, services, and outreach initiatives. Cancer Society President Rochelle Wilkinson.
We don't have regular income, so everything is through fundraising efforts. And so, of course, this is one of our legacy fundraising events and one of our bigger events. And we're so happy to know that we had a sold-out event tonight, so probably over 600 people. So that's a great support from the community, and we're ever so thankful.
The ball also honored individuals and organizations who have made significant contributions in the fight against cancer. Kelly's House and Home received the Legacy Award, while Dr. Christine Shin and Rashinda King were presented with the Susan Andrews Award. RBC Royal Bank received the Lifetime Commitment Award. Erica Roll is the bank's managing director.
Tonight is definitely a testament. We're definitely humble and honored to be the Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, and we look forward to partnering with them. It's certainly in keeping with our purpose around helping our communities to prosper.
Cancer survivor Ebby Sharon Jackson spoke of the disease's far-reaching impact on Bahamian families.
Therefore, we as Bahamians really need to be doing more to promote, help, and do whatever initiatives we can do to help the Cancer Society.
The Bahamas Cancer Society's work of bringing hope to those facing cancer remains as important as ever, and the message from organizers is simple. Please continue to support the cause. Desmond Saunders of Bahamas Tonight.
We'll talk about support for a worthy cause, and for our Desmond Saunders, that comes along with some of the perks of the job. Well, Royston and Marlena join us live for a sneak peek of Access Now. Guys.
Oh my gosh, tonight is all about the youth, it seems. We're learning about some special gifts going to some special needs students.
Absolutely.
There are other few things going on.
We've got a youth empowerment forum that started today focused on big issues surrounding the Caribbean.
And then we'll also be talking about the Exuma Youth Band. There's 130 odd of them, I think, and we'll be finding out more about that from Charles Fisher.
Absolutely.
Sounds good. And like you said, all about the youth. Stay with us at Bahamas Tonight. The National Report continues after this.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Big sandwich.
I really like the honey mustard sauce. And then like the crispy bacon on it as well.
Oh, it's pepper jack cheese. I love the spice. I love the crunch.
I love the original sandwich, but just that simple addition of bacon puts it like over the top.
The chicken is really good.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I rate this a 10 out of 10. I'd eat this again.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
And that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of